What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Italian Empire. Surprisingly enough, we are doing very, very well despite a minor setback on the island of Sardinia. It's very sad that they managed to take my port here, and therefore my 10 units were overrun. So right now we are basically just trying to build up some light tanks, and eventually in about 6 days, we're going to unlock the L8 light tank, and therefore, our number one priority, I guess, is to just build up armor. And we're going to throw in a lot of experience into this tank over the next couple years. From what I understand, the German Reich is going to declare war on the USSR in 1941, though I don't exactly know when. We are obviously, because we lost Sardinia, we're trying to build up some additional radar stations in Sicily. And I believe we're working on the next version of radar stations as well. So other than that, that's pretty much going to be our entire goal. Surprisingly enough, we are actually doing slightly well here inside the Adriatic. Or the Mediterranean, I should say. But other than that, we've got a lot of air experience. I guess we're going to throw it on into these fighters, because we're going to have these for a very long time. Let's improve the range. Let's not improve the range. Let's just improve the engines so we get more agility and speed. I like having 88% reliability so they don't blow up. I would like to have more damage, but unfortunately I don't want these planes to just get annihilated. So, do I want 3 engines? Yes, I do. But I should probably just save up to 400, and then we could really, really get better speed and agility. So actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Looking at our naval bombers, this is the naval bomber first series. And we could get range, reliability, and engines. So what if I did reliability, range, something like this? I would really like that. As you can see, I need a lot of air experience, but I think my number one priority is actually to whoa. No! No! Oh, man, my sticky fingers here. I just ruined the production efficiency of these naval bombers. And I'm playing on Iron Man mode, so I can't do anything about it. Well, that's sad. Other than that, we are trying to secure the perimeter here around the Atlantic. And the only, around the Mediterranean, and the only real way that we could do that, as far as I know, is obviously build up our naval bombers, and now I've just ruined that. We currently have 0 naval bombers, so we need to work on this as well. Let's ensure that these are the correct naval bombers. We are looking for naval bomber 2s, and I don't see any, so we have 0, which makes me very sad. Now we have negative 123. So we got to do everything in our power. Oh my goodness. We need a lot more naval bombers, and we really need a lot of everything. So we're going to try to build up our industry, build up what we can, and build up our military presence as well. We have a little bit of low manpower, and I hate to say it, but we're not really going to be producing any more actual real divisions. So once we have these colonial troops, let's throw them on down. All we're going to be doing is building tanks. No more military police if we really don't need it. And that's going to be the entire goal here. These guys are going to move on down. And all you're going to do is begin garrisoning up Sicily and Italy and a few other provinces. And these are going to be my colonial garrisons. Yikes, we have lost a few units inside... We had 22, now we have 18, so it makes me wonder where these units actually went to, and if we're going to even be successful inside Damascus. I don't know. I'm going to bring up these units real quick, slide them on through. You are going to come down and over. I'm really kind of upset that we just ruined our naval bomber production, but I guess it's fine. It'll regrow in time. Our light tanks are still building very, very slowly, I might add, and we are about to unlock the L8, and therefore going to be improving reliability and armor as quickly as possible. Trotsky survives his assassination attempt. Not really sure what to expect sometimes. Really kind of sad that we lost 4 units. I wasn't really even... 6 units, actually. We had 24. I need to secure the perimeter. Alright, we now have the L8. let's go ahead and throw in a little bit of armor. Do we lose reliability? Yes, we do. So we need 2 reliability for every armor. Or 1 more reliability per armor. Maybe not this much. Okay, this is what I want. The L8 First Series. Not necessarily... it obviously has a lot more armor. And, you know, a lot more reliability as well. So that's a goal of ours. We're having a hard time pushing on in against the United Kingdom, which is very sad news. Call to arms request against Japan. Who, though? I don't think I want to join, so I'm going to decline. I know it's probably the same war, but I don't want to be brought into a war against the Soviet Union or the United States. Okay, almost 1941. We should probably begin working on decryption. However, we already have our tanks. We are working on maintenance. We probably should get some of this stuff, but I don't think it matters all that much. You know what we do need to do? Go into our naval doctrines and begin unlocking better landing craft, because once we retake Sardinia, we're going to need a lot of assistance to do that. I wish we had better production, but we don't. The fall of Hong Kong. Why is this so complicated? We are losing a lot. Japan has called in an ally of Manchukuo. And our light tanks coming out as slow as ever, but at least we are going to do some repairs. We are obviously building up a lot of our industry as we speak. On the 6th of September, so 3 more days, we are going to have another tank, and obviously all of these are going to be repaired. See, we're at the 6th of September. There it is. Okay, so we are, I guess, going to be working on another synthetic refinery. I'm really happy that we had spent all of those extra resources on potentially a better economy early on, and it's paying off right now. Let's actually cut off these units. So these units are going to die, and there's actually all of these units are going to die, because we own the port, and they are just going to wither away. Well, that's perfect. They're going to lose supplies. We have 377 air experience. I'm guessing we never used any of it earlier. And now is the time where all of these repairs should probably go down. I mean, they're free, so and they're going to repair over time anyway. I don't think we need this here, and then this is going to be our plan. Part of me wanted to produce Marines. I don't think it's really necessary. We are still sinking submarines, kind of, sort of, maybe. And I do need this radar station up and running, so at least we have better, you know, access to the Mediterranean. I have unfulfilled import requests. I am not getting any of my steel, which I guess is fine. I don't need any of this tungsten anymore. Yes. Soviet Union declared war on Finland, which I believe for a second time. I don't like how there's so many units here. It's very, very hard when I don't have access to Africa. I could very well send on down a few of these units. I think I will. Let's do something like this. My only issue is, though I can easily access this area, it's just a little bit of a challenge because our leaders aren't that fantastic, and our troops aren't that fantastic either. Okay, how are my light tanks coming? Finally making about 1 every single day. We are going to be making more L8-1 series eventually. I don't even know if I need these close air support anymore. But at least now that we're actually producing some tanks, it says it's now going to be up from 16,000 days all the way to 2,256 days. And obviously our production efficiency is only going to get stronger and stronger. These units are still taking attrition, 14%, and the army organization should die away. Let's do a little bit of damage if we can. %15 attrition. Everybody else, I don't know, what. Maybe they aren't losing supplies. They should be. Okay, what can I do? We obviously still need a lot of these tanks. Let's go ahead and actually deploy them now. Probably a bad idea, yes, I understand. But the idea is we need to do a marine invasion to retake Sardinia. So we're going to do something like this. Try for, this is not the right province. Let's go something like from Rome all the way here. And you need a leader who isn't garbage. I hate to do this, but we're going to make a new commander, and I don't want to promote you either. So what we're going to do is add all of you. Ooh, we can only really add 10. I forgot about that. Let's put you all here, and then those two tanks are going to just chill on top while we wait. Other than that, every day that goes by, we're going to get those tanks pumping on in, reinforcing what we can. Let's get better decryption. Very soon, we actually probably need to go and, you know, obviously get our industry in 1941, so I do need to be on the lookout for that. Okay, I now have a lot of air experience. I really should be pumping out better fighters. And the reason why I say that is let's pump out level 5 engines, and we are good to go with this variant. So this is the third series. And really these planes are pretty much going to be the backbone of our military for quite a while. Not only do they have more range, more reliability, and a lot more speed and agility, they should be pretty much able to take out anything and everything. I wish I had planes on the Bay of Biscayne. And we actually have radar over all of the Atlantic, which is fantastic. I would like better radar everywhere else. Don't know how viable that plan will be. Are we still lacking a lot of naval bombers? It says it's going to be 168 days. Nothing I could really do about that without additional synthetic... without additional, obviously, synthetic refineries, but also military factories. As we are about to lack oil and rubber, this synthetic refinery should be pumping up. Let's bring you up as well. A lot of our factories are being repaired, slowly but surely. So, one's being built. I'm going to put this one here. It doesn't need to be built yet, but it should get started sooner rather than later. Bomber effort has been unlocked. Here are air innovations too. It would be pretty amazing if I could somehow get jet fighters, but I mean, obviously that's 5 years away, and it's going to take some time to do and complete. Okay, I have the ability to send volunteers from Venezuela. I can accept them or decline them. Obviously, we are going to decline. We have a lot of defeats here on the ocean side. And this, armor division is slowly but surely coming alive. We have 5.3 thousand motorized divisions. We are lacking 2.4 thousand light tanks. Every day that goes by, we're making about 1.7, so it's not that bad. The only real issue, though, is we are lacking, I think, maintenance divisions. Nope, they've got them. 240 light tanks, I'm guessing, for every single division. So 240 times 12 is kind of a lot. Okay, we're lacking oil again. Our synthetic refineries need to be produced, and we're building 2 of them right now. Maybe even starting and getting queued up for a third. Centimetric radar has been unlocked, therefore we will begin working on encryption. And the idea is once, everything starts ticking on up, I do want to build up better production, I want to get better industry. And Finland has now had a white peace with the Soviet Union. Very odd, I must add. Okay, all of these units have been killed. These units are going to go here and try to reconquer what we've lost. Technically, I could just remove all of their supplies, and I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Yep, there goes all of their supplies. Okay, so far so good. We are seeing some naval combat. Nothing we can't handle. I'm liking all of our naval bombers, don't get me wrong, but I wish they were a little bit better. And I'm not really sure that range even matters that much anymore. All we really need is damage. And speaking of damage, we probably need damage and reliability. So looking at the Naval Bomber 2, I mean, at the most, let's take a quick glance at these bombers. So I see that these units are going a little far, which is obviously not great. Looking at naval bombers themselves, they've pretty much got the range right now to pretty much cover anything that has an airport near them. So even if we were to put them inside Normandy or all the way up inside Denmark, they have the range to cover their zone. So what we're going to do is look at production, looking at the Naval Bomber First Series, and look at this. Go ahead and improve reliability once, improve the attack, improve the reliability, and we can't. Let's wait for about 2 more air experience. I don't know how long that'll take. Well, that was easy. Now we have better reliability and attack. It's not much better, but it is better nonetheless. And let's start getting the second series of naval bombers. And I think from now on, we're probably not going to do anything until we have about 500 air experience, because we definitely have a lot of issues. Maintenance companies have been unlocked, and now we're going to start pumping out better industry very, very soon. That's going to be one of our biggest priorities. These cavalry divisions are going to die because they've run out of attrition. All 6 of these units, I guess, can make their way here. And your only goal, take these lands. Go ahead and activate. Okay, still waiting for these 30 days to swing on by because I don't want to have any penalties. How are my light tanks coming? Probably very poorly. We produced about 100, and we're obviously producing more and more as the days go by. But I would like to produce more than that, and it's obviously an issue. We went from 1 a day almost up to 3 a day, and we're going to get even more production efficiency sometime soon. Okay, we are about 17 days away, so on the 19th of December, I'm finally going to get started. Okay, we have a small naval invasion. Let's take these 4 units and push them all the way over. It doesn't look like they even have a port, so they're probably going to die. And we've spent the last couple months really just gearing up our tanks, gearing up our economy, building what we can. Still waiting for the 19th of December. And I have a lot of buildings that are starting to be repaired. But, you know, it's going to take a very long time, which is, you know, obviously very sad as well. We've only got about 5 of them. So, my number 1 priority is most likely going to be production, then industry, and then obviously, construction, industry, and then production. Alright, we've got a bunch of enemy units here. All of them are taking attrition. Let's swing on in, see if we could do a little bit of damage. They don't have a leader, which makes me very nervous. A little skeptical, too. Everybody seems to be doing quite well. I would like to get mechanized pumping out as well, but we just need a lot of industry. We need really anything and everything you can imagine. Let's begin pumping out another synthetic oil refinery in 2 different areas. This can go all the way to the top, because we're going to need it sooner rather than later. And actually, we need oil now for these tanks. King Carol II abdicates. All of these units are slowly recovering, which does not make sense. They should be taking attrition. Don't know why they're doing well. Air innovation has been unlocked. Let's begin unlocking jet efforts, even though we are definitely ahead of time. We've wasted 10 days of actual research, which I guess is fine too. Let's unlock better construction, so more speed, and then in a couple days we are obviously going to switch on over to better industry and better production as well. How long are these tanks? It looks like they're ready to go now. I guess my question is, should I try to siege down Sardinia? I think I'm going to try it. Let's go. These guys are probably going to die, but we could certainly try. I probably should have given them experience. And all we need to do... there's units here. It says it's less than a day. And we have tanks, they do not. So this should work. It should. Don't know if it will. I'm gonna be upset if it doesn't. 97%. We obviously have air superiority. They do not. I really hate how inconsistent this is. We have better decryption. They probably have a better leader. Okay, all of these units are going to die, or should. Let's send all of these infantry units in. Are we going to take the beachhead? It says 1763 days. I like how inconsistent this is. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, we have a lot of repairs still going on. We're working on 2 oil refineries as we speak. We're at 98 now. I have no idea if this is going to work. Still looking out. Looks like 2 have already retreated. Ah, excuse me. Those were the ones that were never a part of it to begin with. 99. There it is. So my number 1 goal is to split you guys in half, and we need to take this port. Is the infrastructure destroyed? Kind of. And immediately I'll go for this area. We have light tanks. They probably won't... I don't know how they're winning this right now. There's obviously a naval fort. Looks like it, there's a coastal fort that protects against naval invasions. Let's go ahead, begin unlocking better concentrated industry. Are they really gonna win this? Like, that's literally ridiculous. They have 2 units, and we have 10. Let's begin unlocking better production efficiency, assembly line production. I'm going to take this radar station if we can. Everybody is going very, very slowly. We all appear to be lacking supplies. Can we really not take this right now? So we're moving in. We're about to secure the airbase. There it is. And now we should have this radar station again. Immediately, I want to look at my naval air station. All of the people that are going from the Western Mediterranean, which I guess is just some fighters. We're going to swing you on here. And now this should look a lot better. We're losing a lot of attrition, which I don't like. We're losing a lot of supplies. Let's swing on down. Try to take Cagliari. Everybody's going so slow. You would think they would go a lot faster. Alright, moving on into Cagliari. It looks like it's undefended, which I find very odd. Landing craft, there they are. Everybody is moving on in. And now, for some reason, we can't take this area and attack from both sides. I just don't get it. Like, delete this front line. Better decryption now. I suppose it's 1941, so let's get better radar. I would like better excavation, but it's not needed. We obviously need this dispersed fighting. But nothing else of real importance. Marines could be better. Let's get the better fighter doctrines. Better fighter detection, plus 20%. Pretty good. And what we're going to try to do is march on Cagliari. All of us have very low supply. I don't know if we're not going to be able to take this. That was very odd. I don't know why that works so well. I guess they retreated. Let's now take that, and then I want these 2 units to basically swing on over and only protect the coastal fort. Guard the naval bases. Hopefully these 2 units don't die as they make their way over, though. Okay, how many light tanks do we still need? Looks like we're starting to do a lot of repairs, which I don't like to see. Let's begin working on a lot of other areas. These guys can go down. Shift-click, because I don't want to spend any on repairs. And we could start working on better infrastructure and, military factories in a lot of other areas. Let's also begin working on the tank designer so they get a little bit more armor reliability. I don't know if we need that as much as the light aircraft agility and max speed. Let's do that. Alright, we have 460,000 manpower. We should be able to take this area, but it's not working as well as we would like. We're down to 2.2 thousand light tanks. And we need more oil. And we're working on it, supposedly. Let's get one in Savoy. Push that to the top as well. You go to the top, and then everybody should do fine getting us more oil and resources. Romania joins the Axis. I don't know why these guys are so good. They have a lot of infantry units, that's why. But still, we should be able to plow through them without any real issues. But nevertheless, we are going to continue to build up our military. Jet engine effort has been unlocked. And I guess we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have an awesome day. And I will see you in our next adventure.